Do you feel like you're spinning your wheels and it feels like your sciatica pain just isn't going away, even though you've been following the directions of your doctor, chiropractor, physical therapist, but you're not feeling any real improvements? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 things that most of my clients were doing that wasn't helping their sciatica and was actually aggravating it further and delaying healing, which most of the time is not what you want to be doing. Hi there, my name is Dean Volk, and I've been a physical therapist for over 32 years and have helped over 10,000 sciatica clients reclaim their life back. Over the 16 past years, I've been focusing on sciatica relief and have become a sciatica relief expert, and I've developed a 3-step simple program that can help anyone overcome their sciatica. So let's talk about those 5 things that you must stop doing in order to start healing. Number 1, you've got to stop pushing through the pain. And I can hear you now say, Dean, everything I do is painful. So do you just want me to sit still, never move, and never function? Absolutely not. But what I'm telling you is, if you are trying to push through pain to get to a point of non-pain, you're probably beating yourself up unnecessarily. Because what happens is when you try to push through pain to alleviate pain, you're causing your body more pain, which is going to cause your body to compensate, tense up, and not allow healing to occur. Because when you start tensing up, your body compensates and you get out of balance, right side versus left side, even more than you already are, which adds tension to your body, which does not allow your body to calm and heal. So if there's an activity, position, or movement that you're doing to yourself that you know is painful, please stop, because that is going to allow your body to relax and ease and allow some tension to be released so that your body can start down the healing road. Number 2, when pain is masked by medications or after an injections, or if you're using a TENS unit, while your pain is masked by any of those things, if you do things that are typically painful but are not now because they're masked, you're actually aggravating your problem further. It's like me shooting Novocaine into my cheek and punching myself saying, look, this isn't a problem. This isn't damaging myself. But what happens when that Novocaine wears off? I'll be bruised, I'll be swollen, I'll be irritated. Why? Because I did not feel the punching. It felt fine because my symptoms or the pain that I was causing myself was masked. In the same way, when you're taking medications that mask your pain or calm your pain, or you're wearing a TENS unit that artificially stops the pain response getting to the brain as strongly, and you go and do things that typically cause pain when you're not wearing a TENS unit or when you're not on medications, you're basically aggravating the problem further without realizing it because the pain is being masked. Does that make sense? Meds are great and TENS units are great for calming pain. And I'm not telling you you need to suffer and not use those things. But what I am doing is saying, while you are on any type of a medication or have an injection in you or using a TENS machine that calms down your symptoms, please be wise with the activities you're doing so you're not furthering the problem. Number 3, you should stop doing generic exercises. And what do I mean by generic exercises? You can look up on Google for yourself generic sciatica exercises. I'm talking about the press-ups. I'm talking about the cat-cow, arching your back and sinking it. I'm talking about the bridging, the rocking the knees from side to side, the pulling the knees up to the chest. Basically, the generic handouts that chiropractors, doctors, and physical therapists give you before they even assess you and find out what's going on and where your movement biases are. Because what happens is these generic exercises are the things we're sort of taught. This is what you do for sciatica. But if you haven't been evaluated fully, your movements haven't been assessed to see what is helpful and what is hurtful for you, doing exercises to both sides of the body or doing exercises that strengthen your core prematurely are not going to be beneficial for you if you're dealing with sciatica. And let me explain why. If you're trying to stabilize your body while you're in pain and your body's compensating and out of balance, right side versus left side, all you're doing is reinforcing those abnormal muscle patterns and those compensatory muscle patterns. So you're reinforcing what you shouldn't be reinforcing, because what you should be doing is calming down those imbalances first. Core stabilization is not a bad thing, but there's definitely no correlation between core strength and back pain. That's been shown in study after study. And doing movements to both sides of your body evenly when you're out of balance doesn't bring anything back into balance and doesn't heal your sciatica. I hope that makes sense. Tip number 4 and thing number 4 that you need to be stopping, you need to be alert to what your triggers are. And a trigger is anything that amps up your pain. A, activity. M, movement. P, position. Anything that amps up your pain is a trigger, and you need to stop doing those things. And I hear you telling me and screaming at me, Dean, I've got to function, I've got to stand up, I've got to move, everything hurts me. And I understand. I'm not telling you to stop living, but what I am telling you to do is you need to be aware of those activities, movements, and positions that aggravate your pain further, because if you continue to do those things, that is only going to cause more and more problems. It's like having a scab on your arm, going like this because it itches, so you scratch it and oh, it feels good initially. But what happens if you keep doing that? That is going to cause the scab to rip open and start the healing process all over again. In the same way, if you continue to trigger your symptoms by the activities, movements, and positions that you're doing, you are not going to be happy with the result, because it's going to cause your sciatica to keep flaring up. But what you do need to do is find those positive triggers, those positions, movements, and activities that ease the tension in your body, calm your pain. Something I like to call your OCP, your optimal comfortable position. Whether you're standing, whether you're sitting, whether you're laying, you want to find your optimal comfortable positions and do those as frequently as possible, because when you're in a comfortable position, it eases tension in your body. It allows your body to calm down so things are not so tense. And as things start to relax, your body can relax, you can get normal blood flow, and you can start feeling better. So the more you find your OCPs compared to things that trigger your pain, the better off you're going to be. Number 5, the thing that you should be doing now that you're probably not, that most people don't, is you need to be drinking enough water, because when your cells become dehydrated, guess what happens? You can't move inflammation away. You're not functioning normally at the cellular level, which is going to ultimately be what helps clean up the inflammation, which helps decrease the irritation in the area and heals the body, because it's the cells that bring oxygen to the parts of the body that need it in order to heal. And studies have shown that about 70% of people don't drink enough water. Drinking more water will actually help calm down your inflammation. And we want your body functioning normally to decrease inflammation, to decrease pain. I have so many different clients that I can talk about. I think of Dana, who went to multiple physical therapists, chiropractors, massage therapists, doctors. She tried it all. She spent thousands of dollars trying to heal her sciatica, but she was doing the generic exercises that everybody was giving her. They were doing massages to the painful areas. And guess what happened? Once she started decreasing her triggers, drinking more water, she stopped doing the generic exercises, and she wasn't pushing through pain or masking her pain, but she started doing exercises that calmed her body and balanced her body, and she quickly started to respond to treatment, because these 5 things that I just gave you that you need to stop doing, let me repeat them. Number 1, stop pushing through pain. Number 2, when your pain is masked by whether it be a medication, TENS unit, or a recent injection, don't do the things that you couldn't do before having your symptoms masked, because you're only going to irritate things further. Number 3, you need to stop doing generic exercises that work both sides of your body evenly, or trying to tighten your core when your body is out of balance, because that's just going to hold you in a place of imbalance and prolong your sciatica. Number 4, you've got to learn what those triggers are for your pain, those activities, movements, and positions, and minimize those as best you can, while at the same time increasing the amount of time you're spending in your OCPs, your optimal comfortable position, to try to get your body to relax. And the 5th thing you should stop doing is stop not drinking enough water. So drink more water to make sure your body is hydrated. I hope these things make sense. They will help you immensely if you follow through and are consistent. And if you're looking to learn the 3 simple step approach that I've used to help over 4,000 clients online become pain-free from sciatica, please click the first link in the description box below to set up a free strategy session with me or one of my team members or advisors, and we will get you pointed in the right direction.